On June 19th, 2016, the 73-9 Golden State Warriors officially blew a 3-1 series lead to the Cleveland Cavaliers to lose the NBA Finals. But what if I told you that NBA fans should have actually wanted the Warriors to win the series, as it would have completely changed the league and impacted what happened next? And I'm here to tell you why this is the case. But first, I have to take you back a few years prior to the night of the 2009 NBA Draft. And with the 7th pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors made a selection that would change the trajectory of the franchise and would alter the NBA forever. And they selected Steph Curry out of Davidson.
With the 7th pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Steph Curry from Davidson College.
Early in Steph's career, many questioned how long he would last in the NBA due to health concerns, as he had some issues with his ankles and they were relatively weak. He also had an incredibly small frame, which didn't help much either, but he started to find his footing as a shooter and scorer early on. Skipping ahead to the 2011 NBA Draft, the Warriors held the 11th pick, and they used it to draft Steph's backcourt mate of the future, and they selected Klay Thompson out of Washington State.
With the 11th pick in the 2011 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Klay Thompson from Washington State University.
And just like Steph, Klay's ability to be an above-average three-point shooter became clear early, as he stepped into a full-time starting role in his sophomore season. The Warriors hit on 2 lottery picks with guards that have phenomenal shooting abilities. Steph's ability to shoot off the dribble while also playing off the ball is something we've never seen before, and Klay is nearly automatic on catch-and-shoot threes. But at this time, the Warriors were looking nothing like a potential dynasty as they continued to struggle to get the team off the ground. Following a disappointing 2012 season, the Warriors drafted Harrison Barnes with the 7th overall pick, but it was their 2nd round pick that would have a bigger long-term impact. And with the 35th overall pick, the Golden State Warriors selected a point forward out of Michigan State named Draymond Green. And no one could have predicted what Draymond would eventually turn into, especially because the track record of 2nd round picks isn't usually too positive. It was definitely surprising to see him come up and progress as much as he did. In his first few seasons, his impact was minuscule, but by his 3rd season, he had taken over as the Warriors' starting power forward, and this decision ended up being massive. Before the 2014-15 season, the Warriors made a coaching change and brought in Steve Kerr to replace Mark Jackson, and the team never looked back, as he incorporated multiple different styles into his game plan because of all the great coaches he either played for or worked with. Steph and Klay earned the nickname the Splash Bros, as they are one of, if not, the greatest shooting duo the NBA has ever seen, as they are both automatic from downtown. And the Warriors finished the 2014-15 NBA season with a 67-15 record, which was the best in the entire league and granted them the 1st seed entering the playoffs, as they looked to regain from their Game 7 first-round exit the year prior. Steph Curry was named the 2015 NBA's most valuable player in a season where he averaged 23.8 points, 7.7 assists, and 2 steals per game, and he sat out 17 fourth quarters due to the Warriors' wide margins of victory. And it was clear that Steph Curry was revolutionizing the game due to how many threes he was taking and making on a nightly basis, which forced teams to change how they played to match his and Klay's output. Steph set the NBA record for most threes made in a season with 286, breaking his own record that he set the year before. The Dubs won 67 games throughout the season, and 39 of them were at home in Oracle Arena, while also having the league's best defense and 2nd best offense. And in the first round of the playoffs, the Warriors swept the New Orleans Pelicans in 4 games to advance to round 2, where they were matched up against the Memphis Grizzlies. The Warriors also went on to win that series, doing so in 6 games, 4-2, to advance to the Western Conference Finals, where they were matched up against James Harden and the Houston Rockets, a series in which they won 4-1 to advance to the franchise's first NBA Finals since 1975. And their opponents were the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by LeBron James. And his co-stars Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love combined to play in just 1 game throughout the series, as Love injured his shoulder in round 1 and missed the rest of the playoffs, and Kyrie fractured his kneecap in overtime of game 1 and was ruled out for the remainder of the series. The Cavs took a 2-1 lead in the series before Steve Kerr made an adjustment that would change the outcome of the series, and he inserted Andre Iguodala into the starting lineup, which would be his first start of the entire season, as Andrew Bogut was moved to the bench, creating the Warriors' death lineup of Curry, Thompson, Iguodala, Barnes, and Green. Following the change, the Warriors would go on to win 3 unanswered games to be crowned NBA Finals champions for 2015, and Andre Iguodala was named Finals MVP for his impact on the floor. Following the season, the Warriors were ready to make a run at repeating during the 2015-16 season, and they were the favorites to return to the NBA Finals, and they took this with open arms and were about to do the unthinkable. They started the season on a 24-game winning streak, which was the best start in NBA and American professional sports history. They set the NBA record for most road wins in a single season with 34, while also winning 39 home games at Oracle Arena, and became the first team in NBA history to go the entire regular season without losing 2 games in a row or losing to the same team twice. They finished the 2016 NBA season with a record-setting 73-9 record, breaking the previous mark of 72-10 by the 96 Chicago Bulls. Steph Curry was named the NBA's most valuable player for the second straight season and became the first player in NBA history to ever win the award unanimously, which means he received every single first place vote. He once again shattered the NBA record for most threes made in a single season with an insane 402 made, while also winning the scoring title. He finished the 2016 regular season averaging 30.1 points, 6.7 assists, 5.4 rebounds, and 2.1 steals per game on insane shooting splits, which put him in the exclusive 50-40-90 club. Additionally, Steve Kerr was named the Coach of the Year, and Curry, Clay, and Draymond were all named to the All-Star game. The Warriors entered the 2016 playoffs as the clear-cut favorites to win the title, but unfortunately Steph would miss some time throughout the postseason due to injury. But they still defeated the Houston Rockets in 5 games in round 1, then went on to beat the Portland Trail Blazers in round 2, to set up a Western Conference Finals matchup with Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the Warriors found themselves down 3-1 and on the brink of elimination, but in grand fashion they rattled off 3 straight wins to defeat the Thunder 4-3, and Kevin Durant was then set to enter unrestricted free agency that summer. The Warriors had advanced to the 2016 NBA Finals, set to once again face off against the Cleveland Cavaliers in a rematch from the prior season. The Warriors quickly went up 3-1 in the series with the hopes of becoming back-to-back NBA champions. But Draymond Green would miss Game 5 due to a 1-game suspension that he received because of how many flagrant fouls he picked up during the playoffs. And the now healthy Cavs weren't done, and they won Game 5 in Oracle to force a Game 6 back in Cleveland, which they also won after a phenomenal start to set up a Game 7 back in the Bay. And this game was the best one of the entire series as it went down to the wire, including 2 historic plays in crunch time, which include LeBron James's chase down block on Andre Iguodala and Kyrie Irving's step back 3 to give them the lead 1 minute later. The Cleveland Cavaliers would win Game 7 by a final score of 93-89 to clinch the first title in franchise history, and the Warriors officially blew a 3-1 series lead to be eliminated from championship contention, a choke that received an insane but deserved amount of backlash and would change the NBA forever. I mentioned earlier that Kevin Durant was set to be an unrestricted free agent that summer, and on July 4th, 2016, he announced via an article in the Players Tribune that he would be joining the Golden State Warriors. In a league-altering move, he had chosen to join the team that he could not defeat to form a super team in the Bay, and this decision shocked the NBA world as no one quite saw this coming. In the next 3 seasons that KD was in a Warriors jersey, they made it to the finals all 3 times, while winning championships in 2017 and 2018, and Kevin Durant was named the Finals MVP both times. So long story short, this is why NBA fans should have actually wanted the 2016 Warriors to not blow a 3-1 lead and actually win the finals. Because I am of the belief that if they do win the series, then Kevin Durant does not join them that summer, because by losing the series, he was able to come in and be their quote-unquote missing piece. Many NBA fans believe that KD's decision ruined the league. Now, I don't believe that this is true, but the league would totally look different had he not chosen to join the Warriors. The NBA is not linear, so the league that we are currently looking at in 2021 would be completely different if this move didn't happen. So it interests me as to what would have happened if KD stayed in OKC or went to a different team not named the Warriors. I'm not saying KD wouldn't have joined the Warriors anyway if they won the finals. I just believe that he probably wouldn't have, as there would have been less of a reason to. For all we know, LeBron James could have had 6 rings by now, or he could have still been at 3 because the 2020 finals wouldn't have happened the same way had this decision not been made. And this has been the complete story as to why the NBA and its fans should have actually wanted the 2016 73-9 Golden State Warriors to win the NBA Finals. I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure you check out my other story videos on my channel as well. Thanks so much for watching.